Chapter 1. Moab, 1195 BC. "Haven't you seen enough?" Orpah asked. "What you think you see and what this is are two different things." Ruth shrugged off her friend's whine. "Orpah," she replied, her eyes scanning the crowd before them, "you're ruining it for me." The glow of the moon hadn't arrived, but darkness struggled to dominate the night. A large bonfire threw light over the village, licking the underbelly of the clouds and surrounding land. It pulled tired inhabitants from their homes. Unable to resist, they moved towards the glow like disorientated insects. The urge to join the dance overcame their will to sleep. Ruth rushed through the unguarded village gates towards the rising blaze, pulling Orpah behind her. A thin layer of smoke wafted through the cool air, light and breathable. Certain aromas were unfamiliar, but Ruth recognized the scent of charcoal timber. A smile formed on her lips. People filled the streets as they filed out through the gates towards the grove. A swelling of chanted incantations echoed off the walls. Loud beats of goat-skin darbuka drums drove the emotions and tensions of the crowd. Ruth dragged Orpah, ignoring the resistance, too giddy with excitement to notice the depth of Orpah's reluctance. The unfettered freedom blocked out every thought in Ruth's mind. For the first time, she was able to join with her people in worship of Chemosh, Moab's heavenly provider and protector. A ceremony which was, as her parents reminded her, only for the villagers. A ceremony her parents had never let her attend, whilst refusing to give her an explanation as to why. But now she was here, without their knowledge, soaking it all in. Ruth shivered as a hot, sour breath caressed the nape of her neck. She turned to see a middle-aged woman's face, inches from her own. Large hoop earrings of yellow gold dangled from the woman's ears, reflecting the fire's light. They swung from side to side on her lobes as the woman fought to keep her balance. Her garments hung loosely around her, barely preserving her modesty and only saved from falling to the dusty ground by a single cord wrapped diagonally around her midsection. Her bare shoulders glistened with droplets of sweat as she clutched her hands together tightly, golden bracelets clinking against each other on her thin wrists. A wide smile spread across her full lips, revealing teeth stained with wine. "Come, young one," the woman said, pushing waves of black hair away from her bloodshot eyes with the back of her hand. She reached out for Ruth's arm. "Join us." Her voice, honey-like, enticing and smooth. The woman glanced at Orpah with a raised eyebrow. "Leave this one behind," she said with an accusing finger. "Your companion isn't a believer." Ruth snatched her hand from the woman's grasp. The woman shrugged, then smiled again as she danced off, giggling hysterically. The massive bodies surrounding them swallowed her from view. Orpah grabbed Ruth's arm and motioned back towards the village. "We should leave," she said, her voice faltering. I only brought you because you promised we wouldn't go further than the gate." Ruth shook her head. "We've only just arrived." Her words were lost as the screams and drum beats of the villagers intensified. "Can we at least stop here?" Orpah called out. "Stay behind the people." Ruth frowned. "We travelled all this way," she said, moving forward. "I want to go in further." They continued to slide through the sweat-soaked dancers towards the fire. The mob grew thicker and tighter. They moved as though joined at the hip, a mass of people, yet one.